Wizards are a lot like artists. In other words, they need money. Welcome to the Gunstream, folks. We're here to hopefully bring some attention to Magog's little thing he's got going on, which he'll tell us about later. But we have Brockus, Little Miss Anonymous, Magog himself, the Escaping Lunatics, myself, and Ren.
Hey.
Oh, and Schmeckle.
You can forget about him. He's usually not here anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah.
His fucking internet barely works. He's here in solidarity most of the time, but not really.
Yeah, probably.
Usually I'm just here in spirit.
Yeah, but you're actually here this time.
Yeah, I managed to make it to one of my own shows. It's nothing short of a fucking miracle.
Okay, but I do want to ask everyone in the audience to do me a solid. Just out of love. I need you to, @Tim, Demotivator Opinions, join the cunt stream. We sent him a link. We're trying to get him on. Tell him #join the cunt stream.
Or just the cat. He can send the cat. We don't need him.
You should definitely harass Tim about this. If there's one thing I know about feminists, they love harassment.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Sally forth.
Tell them how nice they are.
So before we get into the Magog thing, Brockus, I would like to hear a little bit about this this supposed breakup.
Oh. You mean the Christy Winters Facebook cabal?
Yes, that would be the one.
Okay. So pretty much, Tim recently did another video, and for any of those of you who are shocked, yes, I am subscribed to Tim. Yes, I actually do enjoy his content from time to time because
he actually makes pretty good content. He actually does.
Tim's one of the few people that would be considered like a bedroom feminist that actually has, I guess you could even argue, reasonable points. I mean, when he did the video on Dankula, he never once actually stated he liked Dankula, but didn't believe Dankula should have gone to jail or been arrested for what he had done. He just didn't appreciate the joke, blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah, Tim is a great guy, though. Like, everyone can say anything they want about Tim. Tim is actually a really, really cool dude. Even though me and him, we scuffle every once in a while. But I still love the shit out of him.
Tim's going to go fisticuffs with just about anyone. It's not a big deal. Sometimes it's a joke. Sometimes he's being serious. You never know. But at the same time, once you've exposed yourself to enough Tim Blake, you kind of get it. Well, recently his video was talking about the most recent drama between Christy Winters, ranting feminist, and of course, David Sherratt. David Sherratt, of course, for anyone who is unfamiliar, is Spinosauruskin, that fucking piece of shit. I still do not like him for the shit he pulled last year and the year before that. Fuck him.
The biggest lesbian on the planet.
Right.
But the shit he pulled last year being...
The shit he pulled last year, aside from the fake doxing he was actually doing on himself.
Okay, yeah, with crazy hair. I remember that.
With crazy hair. And then on top of that, creating drama where it was unnecessary, spreading misinformation on purpose to be the biggest spurgy fucking troll, and then trying to play it off like, ha, I was only pretending to be retarded. Pretty sure you could go fuck yourself, Dave. But anyways, so Dave has recently been kind of attacking Christy. Not so much really attacking, but bringing to light the fact that Christy Winters was actually trying to give legal aid or legal assistance to JF Garriepi when the JF trial stuff had been recently happening. That pissed off a lot of people because JF is an unapologetic, unironic white nationalist. And that's not exactly the kind of people that Christie's allowed to be associating herself with. But I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So Christie does what she does, pretends like she didn't do what she did. And eventually people get pissed off at Christie and lose their shit with her. At some point or another, of course, Christie even takes some of her personal gripes with certain people like Shoe on Head. She does not like Shoe on Head at all. And Tim has been very open about it. He doesn't like Shoe on Head either. The fact that ranting feminist is actually friends with Shoe on Head, who is also friends with Lauren Southern, pretty much was an annoying talking point. that Christy and Kevin and some of the others would actually use, like, yeah, why don't you ask your friend about this? Why don't you ask your friend about this and stuff? Now, Tim had his own opinions on the whole subject, of course, but for the most part, as he explained, he stayed out of most of that drama. All the personal gripes, all of the personal shit that was going on between people, he didn't really get involved. And yeah, I don't really see a problem with that. But all of that drama would eventually come to a head, and the Facebook group has ended. So, the Steve Shives, Christy Winters, Kevin Logan, Tim Blake, everybody that was a part of that, they are no longer a part of that group. The cabal has essentially disbanded, and yeah, it's done with. Now, I guess Tim would be considered like a free agent. Just saying.
Yeah.
Dramas.
Drama. Every single day on the internet. Drama.
Yeah,
Fucking-
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
The chat was far more entertaining than their shit show.
What is
And
it?
it's something that I think will be good for certain members of them.
Mm.
You know, the Tim Blakes of the world, to a degree, the ranting feminists, even fucking people like Michael Rowlands. You might see them get a little less annoying without Christie's influence.
Possibly.
We can hope.
Yeah, she's a little nuts. A little bit.
Just a little. I mean, what was it? Her big issue with Bearing Mafia, who was just to being told they were just telling her compliments, but that was
and her
horrible.
answer was Operation Shiny Object. She was going to be as horrible and as repugnant as possible to keep Bering's attention on her and her alone. It didn't work because Bering didn't give a fuck.
Mhm.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, your boy Pat has it. She's obsessive, like to an unhealthy degree. I wonder if she should be on medication for her OCD
Or her Down syndrome. Have you seen like, I mean,
To be fair, she's secretly in love with Bering. You just can't say it. so
What about
she-
Sargon? Him too?
Yeah, and Sargon.
She has a type. She has a type.
She
Did she?
secretly loves
she
them.
goes for those accents.
Mm-hmm.
She wants that Sargon Bering spit roast.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, which one gets the mouth? I got to be able to picture this properly.
Oh.
You know Baron's getting that mouth though. You don't want to be
Yeah.
near that poo. Sargon, he's
Yeah.
going after her jeans.
I mean, she has another orifice. It doesn't have to be in her ass, does it?
Very true. Very true.
I wanted to make a video on Christy Winters. Being
Oh
that
my god, maybe Sargon and Bering, maybe they'll invite you.
the problem
3
is
holes,
that
man.
the problem is that I can't watch. She's one of those few YouTubers that I can't write jokes about her. She's just so goddamn boring. I can't sit through her videos long enough to even make a point. Like, I've played some of her videos and I was like, this woman is a human quaalude. Like,
No, and see, like, it's not even the boringness with Christy that gets to me. And I would like to preface this with, I would never hit a lady, but God, does she make me want to.
She's just not very nice. She's not a very nice human being.
No.
Even in all of her moral superiority, she's not very kind.
And that's the thing, it's the moral superiority, the fucking smarminess.
I'm
It's-
better than you.
you just want to slap.
I'm better than you.
I'm better than you.
Much better than you.
let me tell you something, and this will make sense the further I go. I have a classic leather top clawfoot desk. Okay.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And it's made of rich mahogany.
Ooh,
And
nice.
it's where I do all my work, and I love this desk. But one time I was barefoot and I was sitting here, and I got up to go get a drink, and I stubbed my toe on one of the claw feet, and actually stubbed it so hard I broke a toenail in half.
Ow.
Like, there was blood and everything. It was one of the most painful things when you stub your toe that fucking hard. I honestly would rather do that again 100 times than watch Christy Winters.
Wow.
I'm with
How
you.
long are her videos anyway? Most of them.
long.
Some of them are a good 30 minutes.
Are they response style videos or is it just her rambling?
It's
Yeah,
usually
sometimes
just-
Rambling.
Oh my god, I'll take the bloody
She's
injury.
a rambling man.
I'll take the bloody injury.
it's like your videos if they were 10 times as long. and
Making
you
the same
started.
point.
Oh yeah, she circles around points. I had to not even look at her channel after a while because it's like it's cringe, but at the same point, I don't feel like sitting there for 2 hours.
I was pretty much the only person in the movie theater during Ghostbusters 2016 that yelled out, "At least this ain't Christy Winters."
Okay.
To get me focused a little bit. That's that was cruel, actually.
I don't know. I actually was sitting in the theater watching that fucking movie.
Wait, you went into the theater? Why?
Okay.
That was a joke. I watched it when it was free. But
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
get what
buy
I'm
it for
saying.
money.
Look, I'll explain. So at the time, me and some other friends were actually trying to do a completely different internet show. It did not take off. And one of the things, what we had done is we were actually reviewing movies. Now, we started off just reviewing old or bad movies, but then he decided he wanted to start reviewing recent movies. Since we couldn't use clips every single time we tried to use clips from the movies and stuff like that, even if they were just trailers, they got like fucking hit with a copyright strike and whatever. And we were brand new to all of this, so we just didn't use any footage and stuff. We just used our opinions. We had jokes, all that shit, whatever. So we were actually doing movie reviews and shit, and one of the movies they decided we had to review was Ghostbusters. Now, let me explain. I had to be dragged, not literally, but I had to be dragged to this fucking movie, kicking and screaming. I protested the entire fucking time, and I was even more pissed when I came out of the movie.
Why did you
Because-
steal it?
Why do I imagine you actually did have to be dragged, kicking and screaming, going no, 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 no into the theater?
Already knowing what that movie was going to be, because it's one of the few movies that I just kind of knew. So I watched spoilers, reviews and stuff, Midnight's Edge, Monday Matt's cover on it on $3 Theater. And so I knew what I was going in, what I was getting into. If I had gone to the movie theater to see it like you, Brockus, I would have asked for an empty popcorn bucket because I knew I would throw up.
I almost threw up at one point. Now, don't get me wrong. I was high on my own bullshit. I actually had to shut a lot of things off in my brain just to sit there and try and enjoy it. And when I came out of the theater, I was just like, okay, I'll admit, I actually enjoyed it for this reason and that reason. But the more I thought about the movie, the angrier and angrier and angrier I got. And I'm just like, fuck this movie! It's a piece of shit! Fuck!
Wait, Brockus. Did you actually see the original script?
No.
Because that'll upset you way more.
Yeah,
No,
you know the screenplay got turned into a book. Igor made me review the book.
Oh, wow.
No, the one that Dan
Not just that,
Aykroyd.
there was the Sony hack that revealed everything.
No, the good
Yeah.
version. The good version they shit all over. The one we were supposed to get.
Oh, the original actual
Yes.
sequel that they shit all over because the guy died and they no longer had to do it.
Yeah, when Harold Ramis died, because Bill Murray was the one that kept shooting down every script that was sent to him. He didn't want to do Ghostbusters at all. So it's been in development hell for 20 years, and after 20 years, we finally get Ghostbusters, and 25 years, whatever it is, and that's what we got.
This is what we get.
That's what we got after waiting damn near 30 years for this fucking movie. This is what we got.
They should have let the original director direct it.
I swear to God, to me, it looked like it was directed by the same guy who did the live-action Scooby-Doo movies.
Ghostbusters, if we're being honest, I don't think it would have played well today anyway, except with people looking for nostalgia.
I think it would have done great. I think it would have done
Oh,
great
yeah.
if they had the original script from the original creator.
No, well, maybe. I don't think it would have played too well with a younger audience. I think it would have mainly been a nostalgia.
I disagree with you, Schmeckel, because the moment Ghostbusters 2016 was announced, before everybody knew how shit it was, the original 2 Ghostbusters movies being viewed on like Netflix and stuff spiked out of nowhere.
Not to
Like
mention-
it was massive. not just because people wanted to rewatch it before the new one, but new people were discovering it. There were countless things online of people going, "Oh, I'm only 19. I've never heard of Ghostbusters, but I just watched it. It was awesome." You know, like that movie is one of those. Like it's like Poltergeist. Like the effects hold up to this
Oh
day.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
The
timeless
jokes still
classic.
hold up. Everything holds up to this day.
That's
It's
my
like Back to the Future and Poltergeist. Like they never get old.
But anyway, we're always trying to lead that since Ghostbusters kind of an old topic at this point, and obviously a very disappointing topic.
Yes.
There's something currently being planned if it can get the support.
I honestly think that movie gave me hemorrhoids. Sorry.
Did you shit yourself while you were in the theater?
I prolapsed colon
Violent
because of that
fucking
fucking movie.
diarrhea.
I hate that movie with a burning hot passion of a fiery hell.
But anyway, there's something currently being planned. That won't be as disappointing, hopefully, if it can get the funding. It also involves the paranormal. Magog. I like the idea of you doing more. I like the idea of seeing more Magog. I like the idea of your shit becoming more complex. I'm not exactly solid on what it is you're planning to do.
Well, this fundraiser is actually giving me hemorrhoids too. No, I started a GoFundMe because I felt it was about time, because I didn't want to start a GoFundMe sooner than now, because I didn't want to just go in with nothing. But now that I have the land, we're developing the land, we're cutting down trees. We got a guy coming out this month to cut down all the trees and stuff and clear an area to build the studio. My family is helping me out with the loan because I couldn't get a loan this year, even though I made plenty of money and my credit is awesome. The loan agencies that I applied to for my VA loan were like, "You make money on the internet?" No. So even though I had plenty of money and I had a sizable down payment, they still denied me my loan because they were like, they have yet to catch up. A lot of financial institutions have yet to catch up to the internet thing.
It's unstable, like self-employment.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's part of it. Yeah.
Right. It's a self-employment thing. It doesn't, but they were like, no. So anyway, my family's helping me. They're getting the loan, and I'm going to basically pay that off by giving them.
Hey, shit. You have people to help you. That's awesome.
But the loan is just to build the building and to have it ready to move in, because it's going to have a little apartment in it. What I'm raising money for is to increase the show, build the sets and everything. So if you go over to the GoFundMe page, you actually see a concept drawing of the new Magog set, if I can raise the money that I'm trying to raise. And it's not just something that I'm like hoping the fans will get me there. I'm also putting my own money into this. I cashed out my IRAs. I cashed out my mutual funds. I'm putting about $15,000 of my own money into this. So I just need a little help to get there, because it's just, I need some more equipment and I need to build the newer set, which is going to be Magog's magic shop that he opens in a village called Nightshade. Nightshade Village is the end all. The eventual end game here is to actually build the medieval village and have background actors and main actors that are going to be in kind of a more of a sitcom skit show, centered around Magog's hate for everything. So there it is.
It's built on hatred.
Yes, this is built on angst and hatred, especially if you hate mainstream media, if you hate what YouTube is doing to us. Really get out there and support your independent creators, because we're the future. It doesn't matter how much they fight. It doesn't matter if YouTube crashes and burns from their own hubris. Eventually, the internet is going to be the future.
Oh yeah, shit's taking its place slowly already.
Right.
BitChute's growing fast.
I hope it continues to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the way everything's going. You get shit like Jawbreakers and that other comic that Ethan Van Sciver's working on, going their own route away from the traditional publishers and all that. Massive support. You got your thing here. You're a little less than $1,200 away.
Yeah, for my first 5,000, I am $1,200 away. That's not that much. It would be awesome to get all 5,000 because that guarantees the minimum amount I need to hopefully build Magog's Magic Shop interior. As far as the medieval village and hiring actors and all that stuff, that's going to have to come as my channel grows. But with this bigger studio, the show that is currently on YouTube will grow because now Magog will have a bigger environment to interact with. I'll actually be able to bring people in to like come into the store looking for goods, and Magog sells them a bunch of garbage that fucks their lives up. You know, it's gonna be a fun time. I want to start writing actual comedy skits, and not just doing strictly response videos. I'm still gonna do response videos because people like them, but I want to start expanding the show. So what people get with the first stage is the new studio built and fully, you know, like the new full set, completely ready to go. So in return for a minor one-time donation, one simply gets a better show in the future here in the next 6 months or so once it's all built and I'm ready to go. So I appreciate everybody's help, and I appreciate you guys allowing me to come on your stream and talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said to you before, it benefits me. I wanna see this shit.
For every $100 donation to Magog's GoFundMe, Samaj will draw you a lewd of Magog.
God.
Oh my god, I need loot of Magog.
Samaj is not here to accept that, so I will accept it on his behalf.
There you go.
Samaj will do this because I will tell him to.
That's just great.
Dog with a
I built
dragon
this show
dildo
from
in
the
his
ground
ass.
up. I built this show from the ground up with the help of my loyal fans. All I had to do was show my dick.
Loots usually don't show the goods.
Yeah, you'll just have to send Samaj a little picture of your bulge.
You're gonna show them your
And just for
all
accuracy.
Silas, all for Silas.
Just put on a Speedo, take a picture.
But what comes along with this too is moving out to the property. I have 12.5 acres, so I'll also be able to shoot outdoors in the woods with Magog, like on adventures.
Oh, please tell me you're going to bring Beardy.
Beardy's actually the plan for the longer form show and
Oh,
everything.
yes.
The plan is for Beardy to come down for 3 months out of the year and film.
It's going to be like real life D&D.
Remind me later, Magog, now that you mention all that property, and I assume fields upon fields to roam in, that when we get to our plans for our shit, I got something I wanna talk to you about.
Alrighty. Well, don't be shy, man. I mean, if anybody's got any questions about what I'm doing, or if you guys just you want to ask what's coming, I mean, the big part of building this set too is to be able to do longer videos that incorporate more lore from the world. So, because I know people have been calling for that. They want to know more about Morskar. They want to know more about Votham, you know, and all the other surrounding kingdoms and the people that live there, and why Magog is always being a pain in the fucking ass to everybody. So there's going to be like an origin story eventually. Maybe I'll even do a Magog movie where he falls through a portal and comes to our world, and he ends up landing in Little Rock, Arkansas, of all places, because that's where I live. So, you know.
No, we have $2 from Rotten Beast saying, "I see Magog. I think Richard the Warlock. Good stuff." Who the fuck is?
Oh my
Richard
God.
The Warlock?
I can explain that. Richard the Warlock is actually from Looking for Group. It's a webcomic that was actually based off of the World of Warcraft video games and everything. Richard is an undead warlock, and he's probably one of the biggest assholes ever. His constant goal is to go around and kill, murder, and maim everything in sight, but is consistently stopped by the heroic blood elf Kale and his cohorts and such. He's the most murderous psychopath who's fucking hilarious you would ever read in an actual comic strip. People would read LFG just for him.
God,
yeah, my favorite fucking thing here says, "I like to kill things." After he kills like a whole bunch of people, they're like, "Why'd you do this?"
Two things.
Right.
Brockus,
What?
you have to be such a nerd.
Yes.
Yes.
And second, I just got a $300 donation from Mr. Sims. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's 3 loots.
No.
You're gonna have to give
I don't
him a
know if
reach
that's
around.
I don't know if that's a made up name or not, but I didn't want to say the whole name just in case it was his real name. I don't want to dox anybody, but Mr. Simcoe there, Mr. The Sims, Mr. Sims, the video game. No, I'm joking. Thank you so much for the recent donation, $300. Thank you very much. I didn't expect that from Schmeckel's show, to be honest with you.
I doubt it's from us, to be honest.
It might be, it might not be, but thank you either way. It came in while I'm talking about the show, so there's a good chance that it's one of your loyal cuntonites.
Little Miss Anonymous has
I actually
missed
like
it,
that. I
and
just
Miss
made that up.
backwards is Sim. You donated to Magog. Yeah, you trying to be
Sim.
sneaky here?
What?
Yes. But no, I definitely like that. I just made that up. See, I have my loyal followers are the Magogonites. You can have the Cuntonites.
We will take it.
Sold.
Like my personal fans, I guess you could say, if there are any. I would call them members of my horde, but the Cuntonites, it works so well.
But a big part of this is also donations from the fans that aren't money. As soon as I move to the new studio, it is technically going to be my home, but it's also going to be my place of business. So I'm going to get a PO box, and people can send me
All the dildos.
just props, armor, clothing, anything they want to donate.
Expect
And
a box from me,
you
dog.
know-
I have a lot of weird shit I need to get rid of.
If you do want to send dildos to Magog once he's got all this set up,
Please
Bat
do.
Dragon dildos would probably fit in the background of his set.
that will probably all get thrown away. I have no.
Oh, come on. You're not going to use the tentacle
Do
dildos?
not.
Come on.
Do not send me dildos because it's pointless. I will probably toss them. I have.
Okay,
no
do
use
you
for
like
them.
Ed Gein stuff?
What?
Like Ed Gein. Do you like
I know
stuff
who
like that?
Ed Gein is. Why would I?
Like chairs made of human skin? What the hell
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Yeah, there's a oddity shop down the place that actually make like chairs, coffee tables, like everything, and it looks like human skin. They like
Yeah.
graft people's arms and stuff, and then they actually
Probably-
make furniture. They make bikinis out of it. It's really cool.
That's probably a little outside the realm of what I see for the lore.
He's
well,
a necromancer, not a serial killer.
I was offering it.
But I wouldn't say no to maybe one or two items as kind of joke items or something. Like some guy comes in, because the whole point of the show was to kind of create a parody of like Game of Thrones, Skyrim, like all the RPG stuff, fantasy stuff that I love. But at the same time, the premise of it was like, when you play a video game like Skyrim or Dragon Age, you're like this powerful character that moves through the world and becomes the hero. And there's always some couple of like merchants that you go and sell all your fucking loot to that you can't carry around all the time, right? Like in Skyrim, everybody goes to Bellathor, in Whiterun to sell their shit.
And
What
he's
if-
such a little fucking prick.
Yeah, and he's a prick. What if I did a show not based on the hero or the adventurer, but on the guy who buys and sells shit from him?
The poor vendor who has to take everything and going, oh
Right.
God, how am I going to sell this?
So the whole point is Magog's kind of like he gets pulled into quests and adventures, but at the same time, he's just trying to live his life and sell and buy shit. And that's really funny to me because you could have a guy come in and be like, I have this, I have this chair made of human skin. Do you want it? And Magog's just like, what is wrong with you? You psychotic idiot.
500 gold.
I have this apron that has a human spine down it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, and I do like the idea of like Magog selling magical artifacts to adventurers that need help on their next adventure, and then they go off, and then they come back and they're all burnt up or something, and they're like, "You fucking liar," Like Magog just sells the worst shit ever. Did you guys ever watch the a huge portion of my inspiration comes from like older TV shows. Did you guys ever watch the Friday the 13th television show?
Yes.
It was not at all anything to do with Jason Voorhees. It was about a young woman who inherited a antique shop from her dead uncle, and the antique shop was filled with cursed satanic objects.
That sounds
Oh,
way better than the Jason Voorhees shit, to be honest.
And the whole premise of the show was these objects were sold by her uncle as part of a deal with Satan. And so now she has to like go out into the world and find these cursed objects and bring them back to safety to the safety of the antique shop.
I actually remember this.
Right. And it only ran for one season, but it was a really good premise. It just came out in the 80s and nobody was really into that. More people in the 80s were kind of more into like kung fu movies and shit. And so it was like kind of ahead of its time because eventually a very similar version of that basic story plot line became kind of a reality with The Librarian and Warehouse 13. Those were two very successful shows that kind of had that same premise, you know. But I liked the style of that show because it wasn't like Warehouse 13. It's like, oh, this is Einstein's journal and it has all this like, you know, effect on people or whatever, right? That show was more like some little girl ended up with a cursed porcelain doll and it was like murdering her whole family. That was a pretty cool show, you know?
Yeah, and there were a lot of parodies based on that general premise, that one shop that has all those cursed items. I've seen so many different parodies of somebody purposely selling those cursed objects. And the story always goes they end up just beating them or making them leave.
Yeah, even Stephen King did one called Needful Things. Oh. And it was about Satan literally arriving in a small New England town and opening up a shop and offering things that everybody's always wanted somehow. Like somehow they just know.
Yeah, that episode, Needful Things, was literally based on the Stephen King Needful Things of Rick and Morty, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the reason that's kind of an inspiration, along with things like, you know, Tales from the Crypt and things like that I grew up watching, is that all the little finite details and the junk and the little cursed objects. But to parody that, I want Magog to actually not feel anything at all about selling fucked up things to people.
Things that don't work.
You know?
You mean like the suggestion in chat of, it's an invisibility potion. In reality, it's an orc pheromone.
Yep. Stuff like that. Yeah, it's like, oh, that just fucked up.
Your own kind, so there you go.
This potion will allow you to have super strength for 30 minutes. No one will be able to kill you. It's an immortality potion. The guy comes back with like missing a fucking arm and he's like, you lied to me. Give me that. I didn't lie. And then he like smells it and then drinks it and goes, oh shit, sorry, I accidentally sold you my yoo-hoo.
It's fine. Oh. It'll have like sort of the same effect, I guess.
But you may have lost an arm, but you got to drink this chocolatey goodness.
Good God. The more you talk about the fucking live action show and all that shit, the more I'm like, God, this is something I have been waiting to see for so long. Just this kind of comedy, that kind of setting. I need it. I need it in my life, even if I have to make it myself.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point, too, is I don't want to try to pitch this to some network or something. I'm trying to do this on my own and have the fans be a part of it and have their name be in the end credits because they donated or they bought merchandise or they donated props to the show, or even have some of my patrons fly down to Arkansas once a year for about a week and film in the background wearing their best medieval gear, you know, so that they can watch this show and be like, I'm a part of this. Look at me. I'm back there getting fucking mugged in the alleyway while Magog walks by and ignores it. You know?
Or Brockus is just going to be a homeless camp out on your property. You'll find him one day.
Duh. He already knows about that. I pretty much told
You're
him
a pest.
that I've already told Magog on another stream or two that I will fucking, if I have to, go drive or fucking fly out there, and I will help him build this shit from the ground up, like the actual sets and everything like that. And I will probably never leave because I want to see it happen all.
Oh. Somebody says, I don't know if Magog is watching a chat, but could you ask him if he has a P.O. box when he takes item donations? I will as soon as the new building is built and I'm moved there. Because it's in a different county, I don't want to get a P.O. box all the way where I live now, because then I'd have to fucking cancel it and get all new one in the new place. So right now, you can't make physical donations unless you directly contact me. I will not put my current address out there for just anybody because I won't be living here long. Once the studio's built, I'm moving. But if you absolutely have something right now you want to send me, if you message me, my DMs are unlocked on Twitter. I will give you my address and you can send it to me. You know? I did it recently with a fan who sent me a really cool bottle that has like a wine bottle that has like a fucking eyeball on it.
Nice.
Yeah. And then another fan of mine sent me a sacrificial dagger with a bone handle.
That's really cool.
And the bone is real too. It's like a real fucking calf, like a fucking real bone from a cow or something, you know? Or it might be a person's bone. It might be a human bone. I don't know.
How the fuck does that happen, Brockis?
Very good at determining bone.
How does that happen?
I have no clue.
I don't know. I found it. Had to give it.
How that is not even like going into the side of the building on the
come
first
on,
floor.
like
That's
you
the
guys-
second floor.
Like you guys have never seen this before. That's a hold my beer moment.
It's a hold my beer moment, or Hulk came to town. What the fuck?
It wouldn't actually be that hard. You hit the
what?
wrong thing at the wrong
The
angle.
what?
A fucking lower angled car, one of those fucking trucks, what's got a fucking ramp built onto the back of it.
Dude,
Yeah.
did they Dukes of Hazzard into that fucking building?
Yes, they did.
How did they get out?
If you're that drunk, it's they probably didn't. They're probably dead.
They're probably still in there. That's probably what the fire department's doing there. They're trying to get them out.
Possibly, but
Or
I have
they
this
climbed
weird
out the
feeling-
windshield.
They smashed through a wall. Got to assume there's a significant amount of frontal damage.
God
might not
damn
be.
Bethesda
Not really.
games.
You can see it. There's actually not that much damage.
You can actually, yeah, it doesn't look like it reaches up to the actual interior of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, it just did like a whole bunch of just like you can see the hood's kind of crumpled.
And actually, it looks like there is somebody moving in the front seat.
Okay, all I have to say is this is America.
Press play. I want to see if I can see anybody moving in that car.
That's literally our universe's Bethesda Havoc engine.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh
moving
yeah,
in there.
I see somebody moving in there. Yeah, they're a little stuck.
I want to see the interview with the firefighters afterwards. Like, how the fuck?
I want to see the interview with the person who drove it because I want the explanation. And I
How
swear
many
to God,
points?
if Jim Bob starts talking, and it's just like,
Well, for right now, okay. Well, Hamwood, I was driving down the road. Like,
How many points did they get?
My girl was being a bitch, and I decided I wanted to drive home to slap that hoe across the goddamn alley. But then I realized I needed beer, and next thing I know, I'm inside somebody's fucking room. I can't explain it.
I'm staring at these people. They were in the middle of making love. They're freaking out. I'm freaking out. I don't know how the fuck I got this high. I'm asking them what the fuck happened. They're screaming at me, telling me they're going to call the police. Next thing you know, I'm hearing sirens, and a fucking fireman is helping me out of a car.
My mama told me if I got high, this would happen.
Yeah, seriously. How freaked out do the people in that apartment have to be? Like, is that a car in our window?
You're assuming
business.
You're assuming it's somebody else's apartment. That could very well be a woman driver, and the kitchen is on the second floor.
She's just parking efficiently.
I think it's a business, though. It doesn't look like an
People
apartment
live
building.
above their businesses.
That's true. That's very
Oh,
true.
wait, no, I got it. That's one of those moments when your fucking Chinese dad says, "Get home now or no more money."
Get home now. Not the way I meant.
Bring dishonor.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow.
Hey, dude, 77 for $2 says Schmeckle loses the redneck accent contest. Yeah, I'm fucking Canadian.
Hey, you were doing a good Albertan redneck.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
maybe if he was from New Brunswick, maybe.
Really, our
That's not
hits
even
are
fair.
very different from yours.
Yeah, they're
Yeah. Let's point out the obvious. Me, Ren, and Mocha are the Americans along with Magog, whereas Samaj, Anon, and Schmeckle are the Canadians. So it's a little more obvious why the four of us can do a redneck accent, Magog naturally, better than the Canadians can.
Oh,
we have
Although-
our own rednecks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Samaj does your rednecks really goddamn well.
Yeah,
and Will Pittman made a good comment in chat. What was really happening? Get in this house right now. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Hey, Jim Bob, you might want to get home now. Your wife is trying to suck your brother's dick.
Dad!
Mama, I don't even have a brother.
What? I told my dad, I mean, brother, he can't do that shit no more.
That's a guy who's pissed off that his sister mom was cheating on him.
Type of shit you only see in Arkansas.
Master Anonymous pulled out the Super Canadian last Saturday. Had Brockus almost pissing himself.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
Oh no! Very like think. Do you know? Have you ever heard a native
Mm-hmm.
like
I live
very
in
very
Alberta, of
Canadian
course I
native?
have. Yeah.
That more like that.
he was talking about Aquaman and Spider-Man. It was so fun. Oh my god! I
He dropped ice
legitimately-
cream. Okay, Master Anonymous made the fat man drop food.
I actually laughed. He made me laugh so hard. I legitimately had to step away from the computer because I had to pee so badly. I almost fucking pissed myself just because of Master Anon. You fucking hilarious bastard, you.
Okay, so apparently, like, people are trying to dox Kraut's family or some shit. And try to
Right.
get him killed and shit.
They've already been doxxed, unfortunately, but don't fucking do that. Stop with the doxing.
Yeah,
Doxing
they're
bad.
pretty much saying, from what I'm hearing, there was like a bully, Buster 180 or whatever, says dox them and kill their families.
Oh, for anyone who is unaware, Kraut was doxxed a while ago.
Oh,
and
yeah,
after
wow.
Years ago.
Yeah, and after he had been doing a lot of face reveals, he eventually started coming clean as to what his real name is. And on several streams, he talked to Jeff and others and told everybody what his actual real name
Yes,
is.
he has come out there and put his real name out there. That doesn't mean that there isn't. There's nothing else to dox.
Yeah, well, shortly after that-
I could give you my full name, but if you pull up my address, then different story, right?
shortly
Yeah,
after,
they're saying they should pizza bomb them. Put a bomb in a pizza
no,
box.
No, that's terrible. Don't fucking do that. Also, but what I was saying is, shortly after he had actually like given his real life name, which I still remember it,
Yeah.
somebody doxed his mother,
Hmm.
and then somebody started sending death threats to his brother. So fucking look, I'm not a fan of what Kraut did, but leave the fucking man alone, all right?
Doxing bad.
Even
No,
if he
I wouldn't even say leave the fucking guy alone. The guy comes, he's arrogant as shit. He makes claims. Guy's a piece of shit. Call him out for whatever bullshit he does. But when it comes to doxing, don't dox.
Yeah.
If it's a fucking a pedophile or something like that, still don't dox them. Go to the fucking cops. If it's a fucking serial killer, go to the fucking cops.
Yeah, if you have proof that somebody has clearly done an illegal fucking thing, an actual horrendous crime like pedophilia or murder, don't fucking spread that information all over the place. Go to the cops with that information. Although,
Go to the appropriate fucking authorities.
I will
Yeah,
say,
I just put it in the sidebar so y'all can see all the shit.
I'm feeling a bit
it's fucking
hypocritical. I'm feeling a bit hypocritical because not too long ago, I actually pointed out that there was a sick fuck on Twitter, basically talking shit about Total Biscuit. He himself was arrested for pedophilia.
And see, that's he wasn't doxxed. He uses his full name as his fucking tag, and his criminal records are public record.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
It's not doxing if your full name is part of your tag and it's a public record document.
I'd still say it would be doxing if you posted something like this guy's address or something like that. But his criminal record is public record, and for very good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's saying they should send Crowd's old content to Antifa, Eureka, or whatever, and
didn't that
have
happen a long
fascists
time ago?
kick the shit out of them.
Look,
Anti-fascists.
I stopped liking Kraut because of the shit he pulled. Okay, that's fair enough. All right, he's one of those people that he went too far, so I stopped being a fan. I still follow him only because I am kind of hoping, at the very least, that will realize he fucked up and actually own up to fucking up instead of his bullshit fake apologies that he had done shortly after he had fucked up and got caught fucking up and everything like that. I mean, it took Zeph recording him and Jeff in private conversations for him to finally make an apology, which was sad, and he deleted that anyways. But it's just like, fuck people. There are certain lines you shouldn't fucking cross. Doxing is one of them. Leave it the fuck alone. For Christ's look, just because people like me, Sophane, Fat Pat, and Clever Jester have no real problems with people knowing who we really are or even where we fucking live, does not mean there aren't people in our lives that we want to protect and make sure that information does not get spread around. Because just because you don't like what I have to fucking say, you're going to go after a family member of mine. Fuck you.
Cowardly bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Exactly.
If you got a problem with it, come to me.
It's bullshit that.
Oh, and they're also saying they're going to dox
unfortunately-
anyone who fucking doesn't agree with them as well. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
Fun.
It's bullshit that's becoming more and more common, at least in our spheres. You're seeing a lot of this lately.
It's because there's a number of kids who take the case of that one kid who basically got arrested for supposedly doxing someone, gave the wrong address, and caused someone else to get basically shot
And killed.
and
They
killed
died.
Yeah.
because
See,
they
that's
wanted
the
to
type of thing
swap
that
them.
should be discouraging
Yeah.
more doxing from happening.
Yeah, because literally, like, I think he went to the dude's house and, like, the dude was taking out the trash. And as he opened the door, the officer shot him. So,
And then I got found out that this kid thought swatting was just a fun game he played. You have a group of kids who now think swatting is just this fun thing to do.
Well, I mean, somebody died because somebody swatted them. They got shot.
Yeah.
When you do that, cops go in guns ready.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
swatting,
and,
swatting, you have to come up with the most fucked up shit possible in order for the SWAT team to be going there.
And in case any of you are those retarded children who think that it should be fairly safe, cops are very well trained, etc., etc. First off, if you're a child, get the fuck out of here. But wait a couple minutes until I finish this statement.
PSA.
Cops are supposed to be very well trained. Most of that training is in keeping themselves and others alive. When they go in expecting a threat, guns out, there's a good chance a guy fucking twitching around because he's scared that people just busted through his fucking door is gonna set them off. That's what happened in this last situation. They saw a guy open the door because he had no fucking clue what was going on.
yeah, just taking the
And
trash
they put
out.
a bullet in him.
Mhm.
Because they thought there might be a threat.
Well, Monday man almost died due to swatting. Guy knocked on his window, and next thing you knew, there was a shotgun in his face. So, I mean, that was a thing.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say that's almost dying. That's getting a gun pulled on you. But
Well, I mean, it could have gone worse, and there have
Yeah.
been situations like horror. Like there was that one story about that that mother there, and the cops broke down her place. I think it was the swatting. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
swatting.
she was getting swatted, and they threw the flashbang in, and it hit a
Yeah.
baby's crib.
yeah,
It
yeah,
went
that
in the
one
baby's
was,
crib.
yeah, that was a horror story to say the
Yeah,
least.
it blew up in the baby's face, and the baby is
Oh my
still, to
God.
this day, getting surgeries. Trying to repair, like, its nose, its mouth, its eyes.
that's the thing. If cops busted in and harmed my baby, I would end up dead.
Because you'd attack.
Yeah, instantly.
Quick correction though, that wasn't swatting. That was they had the wrong address, and the people who previously lived in that address were apparently connected to the drug world, and they didn't double check if the people still lived there. So they thought they were bringing down. That's why they had guns out. They thought they were bringing down a drug dealer, and also that county is still refusing to pay medical bills
Yeah.
for that family because they didn't bother double checking that the people they were looking for were at that address.
Well, to be quite fair,
I just know that baby is still
It
going through
shouldn't be-
surgeries to get his eyes repaired.
it shouldn't be just the county paying in that situation. To a degree, the cops are liable. they should have realized at some point these aren't the people we're looking for.
They didn't do their homework.
Just like the ones that put the bullet in the guy who was not even the guy that was supposed to be swatted. They did it according to their training, but they still fucked up, and they're still liable.
Yeah, because if you are, let's put it in the SWAT's like point of view. If someone's just opening up a fucking door and there's apparently a hostage situation, which I think is what actually was called they had like a lot of guns in a hostage situation, and someone just opens up a door, you'd shoot too.
Yeah, and to be fair, the family of the guy who got killed, they have options because they can not only sue the kid and his family for the kid who swatted them, but they can sue the county and they can sue the state, and the state and the county will settle.
And
Really
what I'm
fucking
saying
quickly.
is they should be able to sue every one of those.
They are.
They are. They're
They should
especially the
also-
kid. They're
They
especially
should also
the kid.
be able to sue the individual officer
They
who
can.
killed their child.
They are.
They can name the officers. They can name, on top of the officers, they can name the county, the police, just in general, that precinct. They can name the state. They can name everyone.
Because, I mean, the state, the county, the police station, those would be the ones to make money off of. But the people whose lives I'd really like to ruin in a situation like that would be the officer and the guy who made the call.
The officers will be protected, but the police will still pay out. The kid who made the call,
They'll go through retraining if it's SWAT. They'll go through a lot of retraining.
To be honest, in a situation like that, I'd probably go through all the court systems, sue whoever I could, make my family a bunch of money, then murder the cop.
see, that's the wrong direction to go.
No, I'm not saying it's the right direction to go. Nobody ever do that if you're in that situation. It is not only probably unethical, but it helps nobody. I'm just saying it's what I'd probably do if somebody killed my kid.
The kid's not dead.
I thought we were talking about the situation where the guy was swatted and ended up dead.
That was just
shot
a
in the
guy.
chest. Yeah.
that was
The guy. That was someone's son. Yeah, it was like their mother and everybody was there. His niece and his sister and all that were there.
God, this stream got depressing.
Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
McGog, tell us about Morskar. I'll be right back. I need to go smoke something, cheer up a little bit. McGog's in charge.
We can always go back to making fun of me being a fucking massive nerd.
That got boring
And
after
bad
high
at
school.
sex.
God damn it.
And fat. Kind
Half
of
the
ugly.
people here are fat. I hate you.
No, I don't have much else to say. I mean, I'm gonna probably do like a proper fundraising stream and try to get like guests on and do it for like hours and hours and see if we can't raise the rest of it. But everybody kind of knows what's going on, and if you visit the GoFundMe, there's like a breakdown of what I'm raising money for, and I know I probably won't make the max amount that I absolutely need to just start doing the sitcom right away, but we can build up to it,
Oh, dude,
and we're
24-hour thing.
yeah, we're building up. We're raising just a little bit of money to get the new sets built and to get like the show as it stands right now really expanded, have a lot more environments for Magog to interact with, a lot more green screen, animations and things like that, and just really increase the production, make it this really funny, kind of grassroots sitcom skit show. And I really appreciate everybody considering the donations. I want to build Nightshade Village eventually. Right now, the money that's on the GoFundMe, I only put $5,000 down because I wasn't sure how much I could raise. That money will go to building kind of the stage 1 of the 5-stage plan, which is to get Magog's bigger interior set done and get moved out to the land for the studio, so that I could also shoot outdoors and have Magog out on adventures and get all kinds of interesting guests and stuff like that. James Jones asks, "Oh, cool. How are you going to keep it? How long are you going to keep it going? Probably another month or so. Probably the month of June. My birthday's this month too, so I'll probably just go ahead and keep it up until after my birthday, and after VidCon and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how well it goes. You know, I might increase the amount if I think it's going to do good. Right now, I haven't been shilling it all that much. I mean, I've been on a couple streams and mentioned it. And I've done a stream on my live stream channel to just talk to my fans about what the plan was. But I haven't gotten that many offers to come on other shows and reach other audiences and stuff. So we'll see what happens in the future. You never know.
So wait a second. Your birthday is in June?
Yes.
My birthday is in July. We are summer babies.
Yes.
That means your parents fucked in the winter.
Oh, wouldn't you? It's fucking cold.
My birthday is at the end of June, so it'll be after VidCon. But everybody already knows my birthday because I did a birthday stream last year on the day of. So my
that doesn't mean anybody remembers.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, you know, it's not something I've kept secret. I do streams around my birthday and stuff. So
that's funny. My birthday's at the end of July.
We're a month
July
apart.
23rd.
No, not the 23rd, faggot.
8th,
days.
then.
25th. July 25th is my birthday.
I was close.
We have to get you a hot date with
Actually,
I'm a March baby.
I'm not going to lie. Schmeckel, we've only known each other for a small amount of time. Friends that I have had since fucking I was a teenager still don't fucking remember when my birthday is.
I'm terrible at remembering
I'm
birthdays.
very, very good at remembering things I don't care about.
Brockus.
Okay. I have the easiest birthday fucking ever, though. I'm being legit. It's the Alcoholic Anonymous Day.
I don't know that. I'm not an alcoholic.
March 17th. Fucking Alcoholics Anonymous Day.
I didn't know that. I'm not an alcoholic. Alcoholics go to meetings. I'm a drunk.
And Brockus, it can't be any worse than getting a phone call from your own parents going, "Oh shit, we forgot it was your birthday."
Oh, I've had those.
Oh no, I've had that before.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at remembering birthdays. That's one of the reasons I actually like social media, is because it tells me when people's birthdays are.
Me too, but that's the Jehovah's Witness shit there.
Isn't it awesome when your iPhone reminds you, "Oh, it's your mom's birthday"?
Yep. I'm terrible. I've always been terrible, though. That's not even a social media thing. I've never remembered birthdays ever since I was a kid. I barely remember mine. The only reason I know it this year is because I know it's coming up this year is because I know it's after VidCon.
I'm still not positive what my dad's birthday is, and I was raised by my like both parents.
I'm probably the only person in the world that remembers their first birthday because I was 16.
Oh.
Well, then you're every Mormon who's left Mormonism.
That's not true. I have a friend of mine who got into a serious accident and lost every memory he had.
So he got another first birthday.
So
every year his first birthday.
Yeah. So his memories start in mid high school.
Oh wow. Oh well, there you go.
I actually there was a guy I went to school with. He was in a very severe accident shortly after high school. So his memories start around like 20 or something.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, my buddy, he I'm not going to say his name, but I used to game with him and stuff, and he doesn't remember his childhood or anything. Like he has, retrograde amnesia from that accident on. So his life, to him, all of his memories started when he was like 17 or something,
Yeah, that's what happened with this guy. He was in like a multi-month coma. Then he woke up, and at first, like, he couldn't even like speak and shit like that. But now he can speak. He can act like a normal guy, but he remembers nothing before waking up.
That's pretty rare. Like my buddy got into his accident and he could speak just fine. He could write. Because it was the other side of his brain, but he just couldn't remember who his mom and dad was. He couldn't remember any of his friends. People had to show him pictures and show him home videos and stuff like that.
Did it ever come back?
This guy, he couldn't speak. He couldn't, he didn't have proper motor function.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Oh, yeah. He was fucked, and like he didn't remember his own mother.
Oh, that's horrible.
Aw, sad. Why not depressing again?
No, my buddy's memories still to this day have never come back. He's about my age, and so yeah, he's just like, I'm only like 16 years old.
Oh wait. Does he have long-term and short-term damage, or
No,
just the
no,
long-term?
he's perfectly fine. It's just everything from that accident back is gone. He can learn. In fact, he's an incredibly smart guy. He's like a chemist or something. Like, I mean, he's got a good job, and he's like a computer programmer as a hobby, and I mean, he can remember everything. He does tell me sometimes he has like nightmares, and he can't tell if they're memories or just like fictions of his brain. But other than
That
that,
must be fucking weird. To not
Yeah,
really know whether or not they're memories.
yeah.
Well,
Anonymous
the-
just donated $15 to my GoFundMe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm
The
joking.
guy I'm talking about, like I haven't kept up with him. I've had like brief updates because our mums were friends. But I mean, it's got to really suck losing your entire education as well, right? I'm not sure if that's part of the memories.
Well, that
he
was
lost,
what
or...
was weird about my friend is that he still knew how to do math. He still knew how to write, read. It was.
Yeah, see,
it's
I have no idea with this guy.
That's like stored in a wholly different part of your brain or something, because like his actual memories from like when he was a child or who his parents were or who his friends were is gone. But he could still, when he woke up, he knew what a burger was. He knew how to write. He knew how to identify a dog. Like all that was fine. He still remembers. He don't know where it comes from though. That's what's weird. It's like, I know math. I know writing. I don't know who taught me. Like, I can't remember my teachers,
Well,
like
see, this guy, I should clarify. When I say he couldn't speak, I don't know if that's because, like, he physically couldn't do it or if he'd forgotten English, right? But I know he was basically useless for quite some time after the awakening.
yeah, it's crazy, man.
It was like a baby all over again.
But at least
It's essentially.
At least these people like didn't die. So like
No, yeah.
Like at least like what if something really horrible happened to you when you were a kid and it like plagues your memory and really defines who you are, and all of a sudden that's gone. Like
It turns out
brain
it was better
damage.
because it turns out it was better for them because these two kids were like raped when they were really young, and now they have no memory of it.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck, Schmeckle, bring a sledgehammer. We're fixing me right now.
like, that's crazy. Like even my buddy's like, dude, like
That was
my
dark.
friend
You only know.
my buddy was like, my friends, who I'm not entirely sure they're my friends because I didn't remember them, but they used to tell me stories, and I'm like, I'm glad I don't remember that. That's really embarrassing.
I'd hate to be that guy.
All right,
So
so Samaj, somebody's got to cheer us up. Tell us about your sex life.
Why would you ever bring that up? Why?
Well, somebody has to.
Like, you're, I don't know. There'd be more information.
No, I
asking
mean, Samaj, tell Magog about my plans for your sex life.
We're getting him a really nice hooker.
Yeah, we call her.
She's
Miss-
not. It's not a hooker. I am paying for the flight, not the sex.
I
so
don't know
an
if that'll hold
escort
up in
then.
the court of law.
Samaj, we're gonna have cameras present. It's pornography. It's legal.
Yeah, it's art.
Oh well, you may have to do some tax forms or something.
I should probably tell her that we're gonna have cameras involved.
So
Remind me to do that.
Probably should tell her about the cameras ahead of time.
Also, just so you know, I put something in the side chat. I really thought Schmeckle would enjoy it.
That's upsetting.
I really think you'll enjoy it.
There are a lot of things in the side chat. Which one?
Last one, the one that has "Watch this" underneath it.
Okay, what the fuck am I watching?
Don't worry
Upsetting.
about it. It's beautiful. It is a magical thing.
I
Highly trained.
Fully trained.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I like the way he walks away too. Like, my bad. Sorry.
If you want to, you can show everyone. That shit's funny as shit.
I'm gonna pull this up.
Hold on a second.
Jesus Christ.
FBI agent.
This is ridiculous.
Right.
Dancing around. He's a pretty good dancer.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good.
Until now. Oh. And
Bam!
somebody's been shot.
Now,
And then he walks away with his hands all up in the air, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you guys.
Now,
My bad.
we
My
can-
bad.
Ruckus, your wife is here."
we can see that video because of our computers and all that stuff, but to the viewers at home, they can't see 'cause it's a little too pixelated. That was a gun that came out of the guy's pants, and when he went to go pick it up, it fired.
Mm-hmm. And then he walked away with his hands up, like, "My bad." Shit.
That's probably one of the most embarrassing. I don't know. He'd have all kinds of nicknames after that, like be Butterfingers and.
Well, I don't. If he's a police officer, he's
FBI.
probably like even better. He's probably called No Job right now.
Yeah, no shit. Ruckus, you asshole. He's muted and probably gone.
I don't know why, but I just instantly thought of that Robot Chicken sketch. I don't remember what season, but when like the new guy shows up as part of the GI Joes, and then he's like, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a sniper, so maybe my nickname could be Dr. Killshot. And then he opens a soda and like slips and falls, and they're all like, "Good job, Fumbles." And then they're all like, "That's it, that's your nickname, Fumbles." And he's like, "No, screw you, I'm not Fumbles." He ends up joining fucking Cobra instead.
Oh my god, I love this.
And Cobra's Commander Cobra's like, "Those are some fancy trousers you're wearing. We'll call you Trouser Snake." And he's like, "Whatever, I don't even care." And then it shows the GI Joes, and they're like, "Go Joes!" And all of a sudden, it's like, blam! One of their heads explode, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And he's up there, he's a fucking world class sniper, and he's like, "Wind is at 224 mile per hour." Blam, 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 and he's like killing them all. And when it was like the final GI Joe, the leader, he was like, "Take me too!" And the dude stands up and he's like, "You live with it." And then as he walks away, Cobra Commander's just over, like the whole Cobra team is behind him, and they're like, "Good job, Trouser Snakes." And he's like, "It's Fumbles. It was all
Ruckus, can you please acknowledge the fact that your wife is here?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's upsetting.
Hi,
She's
Opal.
here, and she wants your attention.
Ruckus, that's trip number 2 after we get done with Samaj and his girl.
Hey, at least that one's cheaper. You only have to pay for gas money.
And Opal's not a hooker.
None of them are hookers. It is pornography. It is above board. Legal. Still scummy.
Hey, you can put a hooker on camera.
The Cuntstream is just moving to start having a Pornhub channel because they're going to start producing Cuntstream porn.
I had an idea.
About time.
I had an idea. I forgot to mention this. There's the possibility of a young lady that's here locally that I made friends with in college who might join my show if I get the new sets and stuff built. And she'll be basically Magog's thought.
Yeah.
Because she's like a cosplayer and stuff, so she's pretty hot. And she's all like, "Yeah, I'd love to be on your show." And I'm like, "You have no idea what you're asking."
How dumb can she be?
You know?
Oh my god, the town thought.
Yeah,
Yes.
Town thought.
Like I just want her to be on set and just be like Magog's like dumb but hot assistant. You know, like she's working in the magic shop and stuff, and she runs the counter when Magog's not there, and Poe is just in his little cage over there, and she's just sitting there like reading some scroll or something, and Poe's just like, "We're alone now. Do you want to, I don't know, 69?"
She's short because that's funnier.
And then she's so dumb, she's just like, "Is that 6 + 9 is 69?" And Poe just goes, "Come over here, I want to beak you."
Are you going to do some kind of like special twist where like after season 1 it's discovered she's really not that dumb, secretly she's just been like
Yeah,
fucking
she's an
with people.
infiltrator. Yeah, she's infiltrated Magog's magic shop to learn his secret power of seeing into other dimensions for like the big evil bad guy. But then she actually she starts to actually like Magog and Poe, even though they constantly fuck with her.
Especially fucking Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and she always pisses off Magog because she'll buy things for overinflated prices. Like, how much did you buy this for? 500 gold coins? It's worth 10.
Yeah, do some crazy shit. She's just like, I bought this from a weary traveler. And Magog's like, this? You bought this for how much? 500 gold. It was a real deal. This is a bale of hay.
This is worth 5 copper, maybe.
I'm gonna turn you into a horse and make you eat it.
Oh, Beardy's in the chat. Why doesn't he have a link?
But if you do that skit, you have
already
to
have it
actually have off screen
Okay.
that happen, and then at some point, like it'll eventually cut back inside the shop. There's a horse eating fucking hay.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
What does
Like,
hay from?
I just like that idea because there was other sitcoms that did that kind of thing, and I know it's like anti-PC right now to have like the dumb hot assistant. But look back at what's the fucking name of that show where he was like a doctor? Oh shit! What was the name of that fucking show where he had a dumb fucking assistant? Fuck.
There was a few of them.
Yeah, but it was Ted Danza, wasn't it? Ted Danson? Yeah, it was Ted Danson. He played yeah, he was on Cheers, but Becker, that was it, the sitcom Becker. And Becker, he had like the dumb broad for an assistant. I remember one episode where she was all like, he's really stressed, so I'm going to buy him a cruise. And she bought him a cruise, and he left for the like half the episode, and she had to run the office on her own. But it turned out she accidentally bought him a gay cruise.
Oh.
And so when he gets back, he just has this look of like pure hate on his face. And she's like, "Did you enjoy your cruise?" And because she finds out halfway through after he leaves that it was a gay cruise, and she's just like trying to play it off or whatever. And he keeps seeing patients. He won't talk to her, and she's just like, "I don't know if he's mad or not." And then finally, he like walks up to the counter and he's like, "I'm going to kill you."
My God.
I'm going to use my powers as a doctor to revive you. So I can kill
I
you
gotta
again.
interrupt here. My God. Brockus's woman is calling him out in the chat.
Why did you have to interrupt my joke for that? You could have waited 5 more seconds.
Go 5 more seconds. Go.
Nope, it's over now.
It's
ruined.
You ruined the moment.
Ruined, sir.
Actually, Opal is correct. She does make more money than me.
Oh, that's sad. She's unemployed.
Oh, wait.
That's the fucked up part. I'm employed.
So does that make Brockus the gold digger?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can be a gold digger when you're a creepy old guy going for a 20-year-old. I think he's probably just a Brockus.
No, unfortunate circumstances like this tends to happen to me so fucking often in life. Has basically put me in a situation where the company I work for and the fucking workers' comp insurance company that work for them have collectively fucked me over big time. So I'm fucked right now.
American Phoenix brings up a very good point in the chat. Everyone, Mr. Midnight has a Twitter account. That is true. Poe now has a Twitter account.
Wait, does he?
Yes.
Poe has his on Twitter?
It is
Yes.
Poe. It is Poe of Morskar at pmorskar.com.
I am following the dead bird, and I don't know how I feel about life anymore.
Yeah. Every day he's going to tweet out fun. He's going to tweet out fun daily advice because that's what Poe does.
Chaos is saying, at least you haven't stolen butter from Jesus. Okay, well, here's the thing. I've actually stolen more from Jesus.
Here is Poe's after his introduction tweet. This is his first actual tweet. Poe's advice of the day. Never drop your pantaloons and moon a werewolf.
Wait, did Opal steal butter from Jesus?
Opal
Yeah.
stole multiple things from Jesus: meats, butters, milk.
Anon, you were on the stream when you guys berated her for it.
No, it was while it was in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey. while people were suffering and needed that food.
Oh, she stole food from a church. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh, my Lord.
she's bad people.
Okay, all her food
Ruckus
was
is bad
and
people for being with her.
She has a baby to feed.
She lives with her goddamn parents, and
So?
their house was barely destroyed.
All the food went bad.
There is food in their goddamn fridge. That
Her
they did not
parents
need
are
to-
monsters.
I'm sorry, if you're gonna steal in those situations, steal from like, Walmart or something, not from the goddamn thing meant for all the poor people who had their houses completely wrecked.
Poor people.
She is a poor people. She was not a homeless people.
She didn't steal a house.
No, but she stole the food from the
Go
homeless.
Yeah, the food that was meant to go to the homeless. Steal from Walmart, not from homeless people.
She's got a kid. It's easier to steal from a church.
Chaos is quoting Lethal Weapon with a Vengeance, and then said, "If you stole from a Mexican, it's not as bad."
It's
I'm
true.
just no. Okay.
Lethal Weapon with a Vengeance. What?
I'm sorry, not Lethal Weapon. God damn it, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Sorry, you guys were talking about Lethal Weapon the other day, and like for some reason, it's in my head.
That was the other day.
Yes, things will stick in my brain for a long time for some goddamn reason. I don't know why.
By the way,
it's been happening my entire life.
I demand a
I also
T-shirt
put ketchup
with a
and
picture of
napkins
Opal
from McDonald's.
Oh,
Sorry.
for fuck's sake, Opal. I mean, that's more acceptable than stealing from the homeless, but still, stop admitting to crimes.
This is why she'll never dox herself.
She showed us her goddamn ID.
Yeah, you and a few people off air. That's not showing the whole internet. It's fine. What are you, a narc?
She says she stole ketchup and napkins from McDonald's.
I once went to a church barbecue. No one noticed I took 3 plates and 2 bags of food.
That's entirely okay. That food is there for people to grab. Yeah, you're completely okay to do that. It might be frowned upon, but entirely legal.
My favorite McDonald's story is, you ever notice that people that work at McDonald's look like they should work at McDonald's?
Mhm.
Usually.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I pulled up to the drive-thru and this fucking, I don't know, teenager or whatever came on. And he's like, "Well, McDonald's, how can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah," I ordered my number 1 that I normally get. And then a friend of mine wanted some chicken nuggets. And I was like, "Can I get a dozen chicken nuggets?" He's like, "We don't offer a dozen. We only have 6, 9, and 12.
No, I actually pulled up to a fucking McDonald's one time, going through the drive-thru, and I pull up, and it was a Tim Hortons, not a McDonald's.
Of course.
I
it
pull
was.
up, and the kid at the drive-thru has a popped zit. That's
Ew.
Oh!
and I actually asked him. I was like, "Did you handle my food?" And he was like, "Yeah, I packed it up and I drove off." I was like, "Nope."
That's fucking gross. Don't pick your face while you're working.
It was fucking seeping.
Alamo,
It was freshly picked.
I didn't go to a different restaurant after that. I didn't want food.
Oh man, I could tell you some things doing renovations for restaurants. I could tell you what restaurants to never eat in.
Oh, that actually kind of reminds me of the chick that jumped on my car when I was going through. Which one was I going through? I think it was Arby's. And this bitch just came up and just sat on my fucking car while I was in the drive-thru. She's like working inside and shit. And I'm like,
You should have backed up.
I couldn't back up. There was someone behind me. There was someone in front of me. I was picking up food for my pregnant friend who wanted Arby's. She wanted a pound of roast beef sandwich with a gallon of Arby's sauce. And
I agree
the
with Will
fucking
Pittman.
coffee shake.
I agree with Will Pittman. Arby's sucks.
Oh, and the curly fries.
If you go to Arby's, you're getting shit food.
Yeah.
It's what she wanted. She was pregnant. She gets what she wants. I was not dealing with her crying.
If you're pregnant, you especially should not be eating Arby's. Don't get your
You
kid
give
hooked
the
on that
pregnant
shit.
women what they want.
You do not fight.
Give pregnant women delicious food so that their kids will have.
If they have a craving, if they want to put pickles and peanut butter, you fucking give it to them.
Mhm.
Pickles and peanut butter are both delicious. Those
Okay,
are
together.
Apparently,
not.
hold on. Apparently, the Beardbarian is stealing me. He wants to play Vermintide. So
And
it was,
and
it was
Schmeckle,
wonderful talking to y'all. I'll tell him that you all said hey, and bye, guys.
And Schmeckle, you're overlooking one thing. You always give pregnant women what they want. That's why Igor used to go to Wendy's at 2 a.m. because that's when I wanted a bacon cheeseburger, and I was getting it, or he was going to be elbowed and be very bruised the next morning. He knew better.
Let's see, we had a couch. She knew where to sleep.
That's usually how it goes.
Oh, you cannot.
Why
kick
is she
pregnant-
still with you?
You cannot kick
Not
pregnant
a
women to
clue.
couch.
You knocked her up. That's the only reason she stayed. There's
Basically.
like nothing lovable about you.
Hey, I have an amazing.
Nothing.
This is you want to help? No. Go ahead.
And bitching, which I've never heard the no lunch meat when pregnant thing. I did it all the time.
Wait, why wouldn't you be allowed to have lunch meat?
Technically, because it's not fully cooked. But then again, my favorite sandwich when pregnant was Reuben's, which was heated sandwiches to begin with. So I guess that negates it.
Yeah, but why? What? That doesn't sound like a thing.
Uncooked meat. There's a lot of weird
Most
rules.
Go get me the roast beef sandwich that reminds me of what my vagina will look like after this kid comes.
The roast beef sandwich will always look better than a fucking freshly massacred vagina.
Yes, it will.
I don't think any of that shit's uncooked though. You know, unless you're talking like bologna or garbage like that.
Well, it's still not uncooked.
It's a weird thing. They get really weird when it comes to women and what they eat when they're pregnant. It can be like, yes, sushi I get.
I'm gonna ask
And
Fat.
crawfish. But
Yeah.
lunch meat and a couple other things are technically on the list.
Probably one of the worst things I ever watched was a video of my friend's wife's childbirth.
Man, I saw that shit happen in real life. You fucking watched that shit? I lived that shit.
It
Why
was
would your
worse than
video
I thought
take
it would because my friend's wife shit herself and then the baby's leg came out of her asshole.
What?
The baby's leg breached. They had
to.
to cut the fucking taint and make her asshole and vagina one hole.
Well, don't they always do that?
No.
No.
If everything goes right, the baby comes out and then all that shit is good to go. I mean, not
Wait a minute.
immediately, obviously, but
That baby did
Food
not turn.
poisoning can make you miscarry?
most
Apparently,
sicknesses can make you miscarry.
It's
Yeah.
a very delicate
Fuck.
time.
If your body's not in good shape, you know. It can
No, don't
fuck
misunderstand.
up
My friend was not making me watch this. Going, it
Oh,
was a magical experience, American Phoenix. He was like, "You have got to check this fucked up."
No,
horror
no,
show
no.
out."
Okay,
I got an
good.
answer.
Because, yeah,
An
I
actual
watched that
answer.
shit happen, and I had no fucking. I didn't watch any pussy to ass split. I just watched a baby come out, and it was. I mean, miracle of life and all that. Not a nice sight.
okay, so we got an answer from
And
Fat.
babies sometimes come out blue. Remember that if any of you ever have a kid.
Apparently, hot dogs and lunch meat have a bacteria in them called listeria.
yes.
Yes, listeria.
I don't know what the
It's
fuck
in a
that
lot
is.
It's in a lot of processed shit.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not good for the baby.
It's not good for anybody.
It's not technically good for anyone. They just suggest if you're going to do a sandwich, heat it up so it cooks off the bacteria and stuff. So that way you're just safer.
Yeah, put your fucking ham sandwiches in the microwave first.
Opal, I really hope you didn't drink coffee while you were pregnant.
You can drink coffee when pregnant. I did it all the time.
Isn't the caffeine bad for the baby?
As long as you're not drinking Mountain Dew, you're fine.
Yeah,
Coffee is far more acceptable than like copious amounts of fucking Mountain Dew. Oh my
It's
God.
not like energy drinks. Energy
Well, no,
drinks are
and
bad.
any caffeine is technically something you're supposed to avoid, but you know, like
No,
most
some
things, if you
caffeine
don't
is good
overdo
for you.
it, then
They
I mean for the baby. Well, when you're pregnant,
for the
So-
baby.
So basically, you're not supposed to do, or like fucking do anything when you're
while
pregnant.
you're pregnant, you're not supposed to enjoy yourself. Yes,
Yes,
So
except for the
apparently,
fact, except for the fact most doctors will be realistic and go, if you stick to 2 cups of coffee a day, the world isn't going to end.
Well,
Master Anonymous had a vasectomy, but this shit's making me want to get my tubes tied anyway.
a lot of doctors will even say you can have a drink here or there.
Yeah, glass of wine.
But it's generally better to avoid any of that, right?
Hardcore stimulus.
It's a safe than sorry type thing.
Liquor is definitely better safe than sorry. Now, coffee, 2 cups of coffee when you're pregnant isn't going to hurt the baby. 2 cups of coffee is fine. If you need to, drink decaf and trick yourself into thinking it's caffeine. It actually works. It's weird what they allow and what they don't. Because there's some weird stuff where you're like, really?
yeah. Apparently, Opal was saying in the chat that she never got what she wanted when she was pregnant, which kind of made me sad. So I'm just like, okay, well, when I get you knocked up with my orc baby, almost anything you want.
You better make him work.
There are some foods I refuse to have in my house, and that is any and all fucking gross ass body parts from fucking the animal.
She's Mexican. You have to feed her body parts. It's a staple.
No. She's already stated she does not like menudo, which pretty much she's just gained points for me because I do not like menudo. That shit is gross. Liver, none of that.
I am fully convinced that Opal's soft, childlike voice isn't actually her talking. This entire time she's been coming on streams, that's her vagina.
Oh my god, what kind of sounds do you think it makes when you're fucking it?
I don't know, but I want to find out.
Oh my.
And bitching, which that's nothing. My oldest I think I used my bladder as a soccer ball for the most of my pregnancy with him. That was fun.
Oh my god, we don't need to talk about pregnancy anymore. It's awful.
It is awful.
And gross.
And gross.
They're just
but you
trying
love
to
the outcome.
look. They're just trying to warn you, Anon, for when you have your own.
I already know. That's why I'm not doing it.
Wait, I just realized something. Samaj and Miss Misa are supposed to hook up. Miss Misa is part black. Can we say that she's going to have monkey babies, or is that going too far?
Oh.
I mean, we do have a pronoun law here in Canada, and my pronoun is nigger, so I mean,
Oh, Samaj, you beautiful bastard.
Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, I don't want to break the law. If I have to have a pronoun, wow. Okay. I was practically like around with the internet. Okay, you don't ask someone who's like a citizen of the internet to, behave appropriately. We're not.
I'm not sure, but I think you just shocked the rest of everybody on the stream. They're just like, "What the fuck did Samaj just say?"
He was asking a question. Did you even give him an answer, you rude motherfucker? The man asked a question.
Oh, would it be monkey baby? Oh, would it be monkey babies? Yeah, it'd be monkey babies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I hate the entire conversation.
Well, at least it wasn't a depressing topic.
Yeah. No. It was a weird one. But yeah.
Weird is better than depressing.
I guess.
Weird is entertaining.
Yes, it is.
So, Magog, have you had any interactions with flat earthers lately?
Why are they so rampant lately? What happened? Fucking bizarro land do we live in?
I don't know.
I think it is. I actually have been kind of pondering this for a few days. I think the second a certain group of people take notice and start ridiculing or even making fun of and mocking a specific other group of people, eventually we will see an uprising of more of that specific group of people basically sending us hate and saying like, "Oh, you're just a bunch of fucking assholes who don't understand things. The world is flat. Fuck you."
I want to see them find the edge of the planet. Show it to me.
All you have to do if you want a flat earther to show up is just start critiquing their shit.
What's on the other side?
They somehow find out. Oh, and don't ask them that. They think there's actually an ice wall and then a secret world outside the ice wall, and then another ice wall.
Where is it?
You
Well,
know,
it's-
Really doing this again?
No, I'm gonna make it very simple for you. The world has 8 edges.
My God,
4
8.
of them large, 2 of them small. It's shaped much like a washing machine, you could say.
Well, wait. If
We,
Morskar is flat,
oh,
then
well,
doesn't
we-
that make you a flat earther?
Shut the fuck up! I am preaching the word of Sniggles.
Is Sniggles like an off-brand of Snuggles?
Yes,
Yes.
Sniggles is
Copyright.
exactly.
Snuggles is the only true god.
No, copyright. Can't do it.
Yes, sir. Sure you can.
No, you can't.
Snuggles.
I'm on to
Snuggles.
space,
Snuggles was some fucking bear that advertised some laundry shit. Sniggles is he who rose from the dryer, fresh, fluffy, and clean, and taught us to
What does
both
he look
rinse
like?
and repeat. What does he look like? He's a goddamn cute little bear. You know that.
May we all ascend a heavenly haberdashery.
What scent?
Well, lemon fresh.
Really?
None.
Yes.
Learn your shit.
But Schmeckle, is Sniggles rapeably soft?
Sniggles can neither rape nor be raped, for he is the one pure bleached anus.
And Will Pittman is saying in chat, if the world is flat, would the cats would have pushed everything off the edges by now?
Yes, we've all seen that meme. Good Lord, we're actually talking about this again. I'm going to stop coming on the country.
What? It's your fault.
God damn it!
No, it's
Schmeckle,
not.
Look what you
I'm
did.
the one
blaming
who
you.
chose that fucking. I chose to make it into a joke to survive it, but y'all are the ones who started that stream with the.
I wasn't here.
The objective of talking about flat earthers.
Stop blaming me for shit I wasn't here for.
You know damn well you plan all these shows.
No!
I'm just
So-
saying. Look, I'm just saying. Cults do tend to raise a lot of money. I'm just saying.
By the way, the cult of Sniggles is currently looking for any of you who are lonely, downtrodden, maybe not getting laid, sad.
Kids left home.
No, we're not going to take any kids. That seems a
No,
little.
kids left home. The parents are lonely with an empty nest now and need
Oh
something
yes,
to fill it.
your
They can fill it
children are
with our
gone.
religion.
Oh well, we can fill your hearts. Fill your hearts with soft, cottony goodness. Doesn't that sound
And
pleasant?
lemony freshness.
We'll give you all the cuddles. Very soon, we will have a website where you can send us your money in order to join us.
And remember, the religion of rinse and repeat
Oh.
has 6 commandments and 4 do the best you can.
Wait, do the best you can? How does that apply to laundry?
Like just things like try not to rape.
Try not to rape. If you do, you better have a good reason. But
Throw
try
a sheet
not
over
to.
it.
If you do rape, wash your clothes in the holy washer so that there's no evidence.
My washer stinks. How do I fix it?
Bleach.
We're a fucking holy group, not fucking washer repair people.
Hey!
Call a
if
fucking
this
mechanic
is-
and on.
This is your god. How do I fix it?
Let us not forget that 3 times a day you must pray towards the direction of the Holy Land Maytag.
Okay, which
Oh.
direction is that?
North.
Towards whatever laundry room.
Okay,
Is in-
well, I'm a woman, so that should be really easy for me.
Yes.
You're kind of already genetically predisposed to follow
That's
this
true.
religion, so I mean,
Well, yeah. Women have 2 rooms that they can go to freely without any issues. That's the laundry room and the kitchen.
And I would like to point out that Sniggles loves men and women equally. Perhaps women a little more than men. They are closer to him on a more regular basis.
How does Sniggles feel about the non-binaries?
He does not like them. He is not fond.
Let
Oh,
us not
this-
forget that the priesthood of Sniggles and Rinse and Repeat has both types of fluffers.
Citron in the chat would like to know, what is the word of Sniggles on weed? It's great as long as you don't get little flakes of it in your clothing.
Chaos says, Magog has shown me the way. To hell with the whale. Praise be to Sniggles. Rinse and repeat.
Rinse
Rinse
and repeat.
And repeat.
Hey, Schmeckle, just so you know, since you're into making money, in the U.S., churches are tax exempt. You could set up a U.S.-based church and start making money off that.
This is how we can fund the Cunt Stream house.
This is how we do it.
Think of it.
Cunt Stream House, Cunt Stream Porno, Cunt Stream Comic, and it all comes from the Cunt Stream Cult.
And all you have to do is set up a church and meet once a week at a designated time.
Once a week at a designated time. I assume we could do our meetings online, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just realized the cunt stream is a
The Cunt Stream is about to become a cult.
I haven't
No.
been in church in so long.
I mean religion.
It's a cult of personality. I swear to fucking Christ. That oh my god, it just that's our new theme song.
We need a hymn.
You need to come up with a hymn. And what state are you going to base the church out of?
I'm the only one
It's a
with money, so
religious thing.
BC.
It's gotta be an American state, Anon.
Why?
Because
Because
I don't think religions are. I don't think religions that aren't well founded are tax exempt here.
Yes, they are.
In the U.S., it's even easier. All you have to do is meet once a week, have a generalized belief system, and there you go. You're tax exempt.
You also have to survive multiple FBI investigations. They did the same thing to Scientology.
Well, they just got to make sure we're not like raping kids or nothing, right?
We're gonna start this in Arkansas with Magog, and it's going to help build Morskar. That's how we're gonna do this.
Let the holy fluffers arrive.
Morskar can be the Holy Land.
Oh man, we're getting great ideas in the chat. Fucking cunt stream underoos, cunt stream toothbrushes, cunt stream butt plugs, cunt stream workout videos. We're gonna assign those to you, Samaj.
Okay, I got a question. The cunt stream underoos, are those basically like the Mormon magic panties?
Yes.
Oh no, these are far more magical. For Sniggles himself has blessed every pair. They will be soft and will cradle your balls in a way you have never felt since the day the doctor made sure you were indeed a boy.
Yes. It is also imperative that one cleanses yourself of the unholy, hairy place so that your balls are as smooth as eggs.
Well, we do demand, yes, men and women must all be clean shaven.
Pubic hair
damn it.
is unacceptable.
I mean,
Touch the
it is
focus.
one of it is one of the do your best.
Landing strips are allowed.
No.
Landing strip. Why not?
Landing strips are
Nobody
allowed
likes
as long as
picking pubes out of their teeth.
landing strips are allowed as long as they are cut short and that they smell of springtime freshness.
Absolutely.
There has to be a landing strip sniffer just to make sure that they are fresh.
One must not have their landing strips smell like a Tokyo fish market.
Wax that shit.
I don't. It's
Or
gonna
hair.
get so much worse.
Wax that shit.
Or nair or shaving. We have to give options.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Shaving is allowed.
Who
Waxing is
straightens their
allowed.
pubic hair?
No, straightening is not allowed.
there are
First
multiple ways
off,
to
that
eliminate
means you still got the hair down there, and second, you could burn your genitals.
Fucking your boy Pat's in the chat cracking me up. That's it, y'all going to hell. And then he just said, "Damn, wash your ass."
Oh God.
Or just
God damn it.
wax it.
Yes, one must remove the unholy stank.
We have a question from Jem. Do you have to wax the butthole too?
Yes. Full
If you're
Brazilian.
female,
Oh
Clockwise.
no! Full Brazilians for all. Brazilians are a requirement.
I ain't waxing my asshole.
Do it!
Sniggles himself has a hairy asshole.
Yeah, but he's a bear! You're not gonna start fucking twinks, are you?
You know what? If it's that or shaving or fucking waxing my asshole, I'll have to spend a night thinking.
Okay. We can give you that.
I mean, Lacey's still available, right?
There you go.
There we go.
I wonder if we can convert Lacey to
What
the,
I've created.
the cult.
What are we calling this cult anyway? What is it?
Oh.
What's its official title?
The Church of Rinse and Repeat.
All right. So what does that make you if you are a part of this cult? A rinse and repeatian?
You're clean.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
It is.
You,
It is
you have
simply-
become clean.
You are the cleansed.
Cleansed.
You are
So when I knock on people's door, what's my pitch? Do I ask them if I want them to hear about our Lord and Savior?
Since you are a
Yes.
woman, you must offer to do their laundry.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
I'm just gonna stick
Laundry
with
services. So is this just dry cleaning?
I'm
Yes.
gonna stick with the whale unless the whale approves of all of this. In which case, then yeah, I will come around.
Whales eat krill.
Yes. Well, whales do eat krill. Krill be teeth.
See, all our Lord and Savior eats is socks. Hey, he is a harmless,
And only the
benevolent
left-
God.
Oh,
He does work in mysterious ways.
And let
Schmeckle?
us not forget that one must not merge whites with colors.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Schmeckle, Schmeckle, there's a
Great,
question
now,
about
now I'm part of a racist cult.
Schmeckle.
They bleed into each other like an abomination.
Schmeckle. There's a question in chat about how long it takes for a Streamlab donation to show up.
Yeah,
The main one is like the Streamlabs.
basically it takes as long as it takes me to look at the Streamlabs. I'll read that out in a moment.
Just
I am
letting
an
you know you
evil,
got
evil
monies.
motherfucker. Man, fuck. Oh god, Pat's probably still in chat going, "You white motherfucker." Like,
Fuck you, McGog. I laughed so goddamn hard I hurt my shoulder, you son of a bitch.
Pat's probably in the fucking chat like, "Oh, your cracker ass does need Jesus."
You
The
need
Mexican owes too many people money.
Oh, my shoulder still hurts.
Brockus, stop being such a pussy. If I hear about your shoulder one more goddamn time, I swear to fucking God.
I have a shoulder.
You know,
I'm putting you in the goddamn dryer.
Has the doctor tried dislocating and relocating it?
All right, now I have not been paying nearly enough attention. We got $2 from Mr. LM002, no comment. $10 from Citycat Online saying came for Ren, stayed for the banter. Brockus loved the DD lit club stream. Then another $2 from Citycat Online saying the exact same thing. I gotta ask, is Citycat Fred?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Liz Reptile's ex? Fred?
Yo.
Let us not forget.
like white beater Fred.
Yeah.
Pat said this stream unholy as fuck.
Usually Citycat, I would say, fuck you, I don't want your money, take it back. But actually, instead, I'm going to say fuck you and thank you for your money.
Let us not forget that
Don't be your fucking wife.
let us not forget that the holy teachings of the cleaning instruction tag does not state that Mexicans are dirty, but does state if you give a Mexican a blowjob, you will get diarrhea.
Wait, what else? What else can you put in your mouth that gives you diarrhea?
Well, we did also get $2 from Skull Crusher saying, "Damn, guess my ex can't join. Her pussy reeked."
know
That
what?
probably would have been a good reason to make her your ex. I hope it was a short relationship.
It can stink as long as it's bald.
No, it can't.
No. There's only one time of the month where it is okay if that reeks. And that is
Yeah, the
only
week of the
because
month where I'm not touching it.
Exactly. The
Oh,
week of
you-
the month
you
where
wuss.
it's off limits for reasons.
Yeah, wuss.
If it smells like shit, I'm not touching it.
God invented a shower for a reason.
And you know what? If it smells like shit, that means she's not showering, which means I'm not touching it.
No, I mean if you're on your period, you can fuck in the shower. You ain't
Oh,
smelling
okay.
nothing.
You're talking about the period shit. I thought you were
Yeah,
talking about the smell.
No, period.
It should never. Jeff Holiday was on here a little while ago, and he explained if it smells bad, there's something wrong.
Oh yeah.
Except if it's that time of the month, and then you probably don't want to be near her anyway, because she's not happy.
Oh, come on. If you just fuck it. It'll be fine. It helps with cramps.
That's you.
I'm sure it does help with cramps. It doesn't help me with goddamn cramps.
That's you, Anon. Even I go, no, this is the week you hand me ice cream and stand 5 feet away so I don't accidentally hurt you.
Oh, I don't get bitchy on my period.
Instantly, that reminds me of some friends of mine that were in a motorcycle club, gang, whatever you want to call it. And they had to earn their blood wings on their patch. And to get your blood wings, the entire club has to watch you go on a girl on her period.
Oh, no.
So that you have wings of blood across your face.
No.
Yep, that's the only way to earn your blood wings unless you're a pilot.
Exactly, Will Pittman. Stay out of swinging range and you're good during that week. Got it.
Seeking Origin has a very good question. A terrible question first, and then a good one. The religion accepts no free bleeding, I take it. No, obviously not. That's disgusting. And, who's the boogeyman? The filthy children? The bad people. The bad people. Or anybody who don't both rinse and repeat.
Because even good parents teach their children how to use a shower.
Clean your cocks. Clean your pussies.
Douches for all.
Douches.
Lemon scented douches.
Lemon scented douches.
Well, Sniggles is lemon scented, so figure out that match.
Anyway, I'll be right back. Ren's in charge. Fuck it.
Yeah, okay.
Does that mean more boobs?
Sure. If you need more, go to Twitter. Everyone else has figured out there are boobs on my Twitter.
Yes, there are boobs on Ren's Twitter.
And usually when I have more liquor, there can be more boobs, but I'm on my last beer and no more beer till I make more money. So
money for beer and then breasts.
You'd be surprised. I get more donations that way. You give me money for liquor and everyone goes, here, get drunk.
Funny how that works.
Everybody's
I wonder if I
all
could do
triggered
that.
about the Red Wings now. Thanks a lot, Magog. Fuck.
Sorry.
I think it's the idea of, like, even there's women who go, no one goes down there when it's that week.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's off limits. It's just, go in the back. The front's off limits. The front's closed for the week.
So do you think the Muslims had it right when they said that if you're on your period, you have to stay out in the tent for like 3 or 4 days?
I
No,
wish
no,
the two women that tricked me into it fucking had that same sort of mentality. But no, I don't get that kind of respect.
No, see, the Muslims took it too far with the tent. What it just has to be is the front is like a roller coaster that's shut down for repairs. The back is open just fine. Just the front is down for repairs. Come back in 7 days.
Okay.
I'm already sick of this conversation.
Yeah, can we stop now?
Yeah, we'll move on to something else. Who else has something else that's hopefully not depressing?
It is midnight where I am, so I'll probably have to get going.
Show your shit again then.
Yeah.
Sure.
Magog and Morskar, pretty easy to find if you Google or if you search YouTube Magog, I will pop up. And I just threw the link to the GoFundMe if anybody is interested in helping to bring Morskar to life. I'm taking small donations now, and you guys could help make this a much bigger show with a higher production and eventually a sitcom. So thanks, everybody.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it was good having you, Magog. I hope it works out. I'd love to see it actually blow up for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Definitely.
And I'd love to have people come down if any YouTuber wants to come down and just have a bit part, come down to Arkansas for a couple days and be a person.
Man, believe it or not, and this might shock you, I'm really good at playing the town drunk.
Really?
It's not
Playing?
shocking at all, Schmeckle. Before I do go, Schmeckle did mention he wanted to talk to me about something, but do you want that to be off air or?
I'm thinking actually. We're gonna wrap up in like 15 minutes, so I'll probably hit you up about that off air sometime.
Well, I could stick around if you guys are ending it. I just didn't know how long you were going, and it's getting a little late to be going on and on about period blood. So
Yeah, no, I had enough of that.
Yeah, we're done. But
What I was gonna bring up, and the rest of us will speak about this in a little more detail once we're off air. The Construm is going to be branching in a couple different directions. Like not so much in terms of topics and different shows as we've been doing, but into different media rather. One of those is pornography, Gog. And if you have a whole lot of outside area with fields and stuff, it might be a good area to shoot certain things.
I'm not shooting porn on my land.
Why?
Because good luck finding.
Do it in the public woods like normal people.
Because good luck finding porn stars in Arkansas.
It's just finding them with all their teeth that's going to be the problem.
Exactly.
Nobody said they need all of those.
Exactly.
She gives good gum.
Gummers.
Jesus Christ. Plus, you would not want to film outside. You wouldn't want to film porn outside in Arkansas anyway.
Why the hell
I
not?
have no idea what the
It's fucking incredibly hot. There's poisonous snakes and spiders and ticks and chiggers. You don't want to fucking do that.
You don't want to get your dick bit by a
I know chigger is not a racist term, but I have no idea what it means, and it sounds really racist for some reason.
No, chiggers are tiny, tiny little red ticks that burrow into your skin.
That sounds awful.
Just throw down a tarp, it'll be fine.
Brockus will save Arkansas for years and opals.
What?
Samaj and Misa, you can do it in like a hotel or something. Or your mom's house. That'd be even better. Your mom would allow that, Samaj?
Don't get me wrong. The uncensored version of my show, which I'm hoping to offer on my own website instead of YouTube, so that nobody can tell me what to do, will probably have raunchy jokes and a little bit of nudity if it's
full frontal nudity. The town,
because I'm going to be parodying Game of Thrones. I want to do it right, but I want a scene where like some white-haired bitch shows up naked with little dragons all over her, and she walks into Magog's shop, and Magog's like, "Why are you naked?" She's like, "I'm the mother of dragons." That doesn't answer my question.
I demand to be in one of these, and the only scene I'm in is you're fucking doing your shit inside your little area. You hear a knock on the door, you open it, and I'm fully nude, and you slam the door. That's the only appearance I want.
I kind of actually was thinking that it would be fucking hilarious if there was a Jason Segel from Forgetting Sarah Silverman, where you just keep seeing his dick over and over again throughout the movie. And there's a guy who's just walking around fucking naked throughout this one episode, and Magog keeps accidentally looking over at him at the wrong point when his dick is exposed. He's like, "God damn it!"
does that mean I could be a beer wench, Magog?
I encourage this.
If you want to come down to Arkansas,
Magog, she has her own elf ears. Technically, they're Klingon ears, but same goddamn thing.
That's like,
yeah, once I have the village built and everything, but right now I'm just raising money for the bigger indoor set for Magog.
oh,
If you build a whole village, you gotta start fucking renting out apartments, but saying, "Hey, if you live here, you gotta be in costume 24/7."
I don't think anybody would be down for that. Plus, I
actually have a cult
because I'm not also. We're building this on the cheap, and they're going to be medieval style like buildings, so they're specifically for filming. So I'm not going to spend all the extra money to get each and every one of them their own like air conditioning and heater units and stuff. Like that's just
don't need air conditioning.
Stupid.
It's medieval times.
Yeah, and it's fucking horrible here. That's why we're not filming in the summer. Like, I love Arkansas, don't get me wrong, but we have some hot ass fucking summers, and I prefer the heat, but that humidity seeps into your bones. Like, I don't mind the heat. I like getting out in it, but it's I'd like to come back to air conditioning. I would hate if somebody was living in a medieval cottage just burning up inside. Like, I can't sleep in the heat. I can do plenty of like going out and doing things in the heat, but eventually I want to come home and get in a fucking nice cool area.
I think that's why a lot of people were drunk in those days, because like they just couldn't fucking sleep in the heat, and they're just like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna get so drunk that I kind of have to sleep in the heat.
Yeah. I don't know how my ancestors did it, to be honest with you. Fucking hot, man. But it'll be fun if we can build this thing. And honestly, if I raise enough money, which I think at a minimum of 40 grand, I will also be able to not only build the village, but build the mead hall. Now, the mead hall will actually have air conditioning and stuff because it's so big, and we're going to film in there a lot, that it would be nice to be able to, when you fill it up with so many warm bodies, even if it's cooler outside, it get hot in there. And we're probably going to have some modern bathrooms in it and stuff so that people, while filming, can go somewhere and fucking, but it'll be in the back. It won't ever show up on footage. But the mead hall is definitely one of those things I really would love to build.
If you get a liquor license when you're not filming, you can just have a bar.
It's Arkansas. You don't need a liquor license unless you're selling liquor. I don't plan on selling it.
No, that's what I mean. When you're not filming, if you got a liquor license, you can have a fucking bar. It's basically going to be set up like a bar anyway, right? Throw in an actual kitchen, and you're good to go.
Who says the bar has to serve food?
Good bars sell food, so you can drink more.
I would also like a lot of mead as well as a lot of meat.
John in the chat says, don't use split units, Magog. It doesn't matter. Even if I use single small units, they're fucking expensive. You're talking about another 10 grand for enough air conditioners to heat, to cool off every single one of the medieval buildings. It's just it's a little too pricey, and I don't think I have the fan base to raise that amount. It would surprise me, don't get me wrong. If I had 100,000 subs, I might could raise 50 grand and build this place, but I don't think it's possible.
Yeah,
This could be in the
50 grand might be a stretch right now, but as you go on, if you use this money properly, keep building your shit up as you get the money, it's only going to bring in more of an audience, right?
Things
That's
like
the
this can
plan.
snowball.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm hoping with the 5 grand I'm raising now, people get a much better show that's already on YouTube, just expanded, start learning about Magog's world. People start enjoying the show more, start doing more episodes, more live shows like Side Quest. And then eventually, when the Patreon money is coming in and I got more watchers and more people are interested in what I'm doing, I can take what money I've saved up and start building the village piece by piece. And then eventually, in maybe a year or so, or maybe 2 years tops, I have a whole village and I'm ready to hire actors and bring on people that are really, really like looking forward to just being part of this project, And then I also thought about, once the village is built with the mead hall and everything, I also thought about renting it out when I'm not filming, give it over to like a Renaissance fair for a weekend and let people host their fucking medieval shit there.
Or weddings.
Do you have any idea how much money you could probably make if you actually did open up the mead hall and other set parts to Renaissance Fair to have like an authentic thing going? Dude, you should probably work with your local Ren Fair to actually make this an actual part-time co-owned, well, not co-owned, but like, thing where when you're done filming and shit and you're off season, you've basically said now the Ren Fair can have their fun.
Oh, and my God, don't forget weddings. If you make the mead hall like air conditioned and all that, then you could always rent it out to weddings for a good medieval themed wedding.
Oh yeah, that and LARP events too. We don't have a local Ren Fair, but we do have local LARPers. Any Ren Fair that comes to Arkansas, which isn't very often because there's just not a crowd for it, is a traveling Ren Fair. They're not permanently from here. Most of the good Ren Fairs are in Texas, actually. Texas has some damn good Ren Fairs.
Excellent, excellent way to end the stream. Now that we're talking about brand fairs. Samaj, do that thing you do.
Well, let's see here. We had Reading Ren, Magog, Little Miss Anonymous, Brockus, myself. Who left? Someone
Mocha.
left.
Well,
Mocha. Thank you. The Mistaken Lunatics. And that's it. Please donate to Magog's GoFundMe and
Ass rape.
That's right.
Good night, everybody.
Give it-
Bye.
we're done. Rinse and repeats.